Morning.
Morning, sir.
9 a.m., Maricopa County's 4th Avenue Jail.
We have information that suspects us to believe that there's drugs inside this pod.
A search operation will be conducted here in just minutes because the drugs have to go. So we're heading down the stairs now, going to level 2. The inmates have no idea we're coming, and they're in for a big surprise. The idea is to go in, making a lot of noise, almost kind of a shock and awe type thing. As the team I'm with moves into place, a second team readies itself to enter the cell block from the opposite side. All right, here we go. Here we go. It may seem a little heavy-handed, but the special response team says the aim here is not to hurt anybody. It's to come in loud, to confuse the inmates long enough to subdue them. Watch as the sound of the flashbang rounds sends people scattering to the floor, keeping the inmates controlled and the officers safe. The inmates and their cells are then searched. All kinds of things are found, from seemingly innocuous things like homemade pencils, which they're not supposed to have, to prescription pills, and even here, a nice-sized chunk of heroin. And that's not all. One of the biggest finds here today, right here, 27 bottles of hooch.
I remember seeing headlights coming towards our car, and then I blacked out. I look up and my mother's head was in my lap and the window was shattered. I remember them getting the dashboard off me, like cutting me out of the car, which I remember that was very painful.
And then Chance Molson woke up at Phoenix Children's Hospital, where her severed hands and broken leg were put back together.
That's what they said when I got there was, make your peace, say your goodbyes.
Chance's father, Bo, was balancing time with his 13-year-old daughter and his wife, Marcy, who was expected to die. A year later, she's still trying to recover from traumatic brain injury.
There are a lot of other hurdles, so that they don't see. As far as the family, I don't allow them the window into the suffering that occasionally happens with the healing that I go through.
Marcy can no longer work. She struggles with confusion, focus, and completing everyday tasks. But her concern is with her daughter.
No reply when we arrived at the home of the mother of William Ray Thornton, near 41st Avenue and Camelback.
Willie, I don't know, he was a good friend to me. That's all he used to stay over here when we first moved in.
Are you surprised by what happened yesterday?
No.
Why not?
Why not? I can't be surprised what happened.
This is a neighborhood where anything can happen, and does. Police were looking for William Thornton because they say just last week he walked up to a man and shot him in the chest outside these apartments, about a block away from his mom's house.
Yeah, I heard about that too, but I didn't think he would do something like that. You know how some people mind think. That's why I know he was a good person. He seems cool when he come around us.
But William Thornton wasn't cool. He was a cold-blooded killer.
Something must have happened behind the scenes, because he doesn't seem like that type of person. That's what actually surprised me, that he's the one that had the whole helicopter.
Not artwork you'd find in any gallery. It looks like creepy adolescent doodling. So why would anybody pay $3,200 for this? It's because of the signature of the artist. A picture drawn by serial killer Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker. And it's posted on the website supernaut.com. It's a clearinghouse for this genre of art. A Charles Manson sketch here goes for $3,500. A creepy John Wayne Gacy clown in manuscript, believe it or not, $50,000. It's an underground business that's grown to the point that it even has a name, Murderabilia.
My goal isn't fame. My goal was just to get through this.
So maybe it's not that surprising that Arizona's own notorious killer, Jodi Arias, is using her fame, or infamy, to continue to sell her artwork through a website called jodiarias.com, even though she's now a convicted murderer. Right now, the site is offering 2 different drawings for sale, Sailing at Sunset and Angel, both priced at $1,500. And Jodi is marketing her art like a businesswoman over the past few weeks through her Twitter account, with tweets like, "Angels now available at jodiarias.com," and 100 limited edition prints of Sailing at Sunset, now available at jodiarias.com. Jodi may have come up with the idea of selling art back when she was in the general jail population. We met some of her fellow inmates who wanted some sort of Jodi memento.
She's so talented. She draws pictures like nobody I had ever met before in my whole entire life. She could draw pictures.
They want to come up and shake my hand. They want to give me a hug. They want my autograph. I'm not going to sign anything. They want a piece of something. So it's kind of strange.
And since that time, Jodi Arias has apparently sold numerous pieces of art for thousands and thousands of dollars. Is she legally able to do that now that she's convicted?
Do I think it's right? No. And
Fox 10 legal analyst Brian Foster looked into Arizona's so-called Son of Sam law, and it reads in part, quote, "Every contract, written or oral, with an accused with respect to the reenactment, description, or depiction of a crime, live entertainment, or expression of thoughts, feelings, opinions, or emotions is contrary to public policy." So, do the pictures of sailboats and celebrities and random women Jodi is selling fit that description?
I think that she is pushing the law as far as she can, both in her murder trial and the defense that she took, and it doesn't surprise me that she's selling these things now.
We would like to be able to put a stop to something like this, but there's just so much we can do.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio's office is in charge of Arias. She's in his jail, in a cell like this, on lockdown 23 hours a day. But in that one free hour, she can make phone calls, sending out her tweets through a third person. And she's also free to send out as much artwork as she likes. We asked the sheriff and county attorney Bill Montgomery about their thoughts on Arias selling her artwork.
Your phone call to us, we've looked into it a little bit deeper. We've gotten the county attorney involved a little bit, and we were told that there's really nothing here right now that indicates a violation of the crime.
So the county attorney is not going to stop Jodi's online art sales. Nobody knows where all that money is going, or if Travis Alexander's family can go after it. The amounts of money involved seeming to surprise even Jodi herself.
It's interesting. I take pride just not so much in the price tag, but in the way I've developed the gift itself.
And in a world where someone might buy Charles Manson's half-eaten burrito for $500, and with Jodi Arias apparently not breaking any law, you can bet she will continue to produce and sell her artwork for years to come.